everyone, it's me Jenny and welcome to another Crafting Sunday video. Today I'm going to be doing some alterations and specifically I'm going to be doing some reworking of elastics on a couple of my favourite items of clothing. So this dress, I describe it as my Alice in Wonderland dress. I've had it for years, I love it to bits, but this bit on the back, which kind of gives the dress all of its shape, it's just a little bit of russeting, and as you can see it should kind of be crinkled up to about that sort of length, so it actually has some shape at the front of the dress, but there's absolutely no elastic left in that whatsoever. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to add, I bought some navy blue elastic strip. I'm going to add some elastic to the back inside of this dress just to reinforce the elastic that is no longer in existence. Elastic is notoriously difficult to work with because obviously the whole point is it warps. What I'm planning on doing with this is I'm going to stretch it out to its full length in order to reach from one side of this to the other. And what I'll do is I'll pin it in place. I'm going to sew one end to each side, and then I'll just kind of, what I'm planning on doing is, the thing with elastic, as I said, it's very difficult to work with because obviously it stretches. What I usually do when I work with elastic is I fix it to something obviously that's much smaller than it being stretched, but much wider than it is when it's coarse, and kind of half it as I go. I'll try and explain it as I go because it's kind of difficult to explain. Basically, first things I'm going to do is stretch it, and then cut it so it's, when it's fully stretched, it's the length of this one. So, and then sew it just along the line of where this inside bit is. And hopefully you guys will understand what I'm doing, but if you don't, then you don't really need to worry about it too much, and I can also answer some questions if you have specific questions. First things first though, cut and pin. So as you can see at the back, we now have these kind of like four weird looking kind of bumps where the elastic and the fabric don't quite meet up. So now I'm going to try just working along sewing while stretching the elastic, and fingers crossed it'll come out looking relatively good. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and there we go. It's not my best job, in fact it's pretty damn messy, but to be honest, this dress is on its last legs everywhere. You know, before starting this, it was kind of an experiment to see how I could do elastic and rusting. I think I'll iron it out and it'll be okay, but I probably won't wear it out and about much anymore. I think it's more going to be a sunbathing costume dress. I think it's a fantastic costume dress. It's a Wendy, Alice in Wonderland type dress, and I do love it, but I've had this for a good couple of years now. I think 5, 6, 7 years, and it's just like, on actually looking at it, like there's little snags in the fabric here and there. A couple of the seams inside there are just starting to go, and some of the lace is a little bit damaged. So I think it's probably going to be a slobby around the house costume dress rather than an actual dress, but I will iron it out and see how the rusting looks. And the main reason for me doing this in the first place was to improve on this skirt, which is one of my favourite skirts. I think I wore this one for my dance recess video quite some time ago, and I do really like this. And this is actually a dress, in fact, like the dress that I altered a little while ago, which had the top and I turned into a waistcoat. This was a dress which I turned into a waistcoat, and when I turned it into a waistcoat, I fixed the elastic at the back, and I did a very shoddy job of it, to be honest. I didn't have any good waist elastic, so I used these tiny tiny little strips of elastic and just basically made a rubbish job of it. So my first thing that I'm going to do is remove my old bits of elastic, undo any tacking, and then I have bought myself some lovely new white waist elastic, and I'm just basically going to be applying the same theory that I used for this dress to this dress with slightly more care and slightly more attention to detail, and basically just tidy up this mess of my original alteration. Also, the top part of this dress, I don't know whether or not you'll be able to see, is a bit rough because obviously I took off what was the top, and I say top with apostrophes because it was basically two triangles and there's some string, hence why I turned this into a skirt rather than wear it as a dress. But I'm basically going to just tidy up that top trim and tidy up my messy alteration with some nice new shiny white, it's not shiny, nice new white elastic waistband. And yeah, hopefully I can then start wearing this dress a little bit more, the skirt a little bit more, because it was starting to just look a bit odd. First things first, I'm going to get rid of the old stuff. Well, I have to say, that is a hell of a lot easier than the other one. I just basically attached it on either side of the russeting and then pulled the fabric as I sewed, and it's created a nice little level of russeting at the back. It's pretty smooth, pretty straight. Obviously, I need to tidy up all my tacking stitches and stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about the top of this fabric. I think I'm just going to quickly hem it off. So I'm just going to tuck it underneath and hem it all the way around, just to neaten it up a bit. I think that's the easiest way to sort out the slight tattiness of it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, there we go. So I've hemmed off the top. It's not, again, the neatest job I've ever done, but I think it's a little bit of an improvement. And I'm actually pretty proud of the rusting at the back. I'm just going to quickly try it on. I'm making a little bit of a habit of wearing A-line dresses while altering waist skirts, so it looks very weird when I try it on. But there we go, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty straight across the front here, and it's on my waist. So because of the extra A-line waistband with waistband, it looks a bit odd, but there we go, that's all done. There we go. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed / possibly found something useful / I need to do a job and film a video, so best of both worlds, and you guys have to just put up with it because this is my channel. And all those sort of things. Wow, I am weird tonight. It's probably, I'm just gonna blame the heat. Blame the heat. Anyway, there we go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week for another Crafting Sunday video, and